Alright guys, how you doing? It's Rabea, hope you're all well. So I'm sure you've seen on the internet today, Fender have just released their Ultra II series guitars. I received an email a little while ago asking if I'd like to check one out. I thought it was very cool because I never spoke to Fender directly, so I was quite flattered that they thought of me and asked me if I'd like to check one of these out. And I said yes, which brings me to say this is a sponsored video. Fender asked me if I wanted to check one of these guitars out, they'd send it across to keep. If I made a video and showed you guys how they sound and through the rig that I like to use and talk about it on my YouTube channel. So no money's exchanged hands, but I do get to keep the guitar. So yes, this is a sponsored video. So I said yes to the email. They sent me a list of guitars. There was a Strat and a Tele in a few different colors. And if you follow my channel for a while, you know that I've got a couple of Strats and a Tele, all custom shopped, which I love dearly. So I was thinking I'll balance it out and get a second Tele. And I chose the Tele in Texas T. Which is a nice color. I thought it was black when I looked at it on the email, but it's kind of got a nice, like, very dark browny green sparkle to it. If you know anything about the Ultra series, you'll know that it's kind of a modern take on Fender's classic designs. Things like recessed heel, locking tuners, compound radius fretboards, noiseless pickups, S1 switching, which is changes the pickup configurations, gives you a few different tones and things like that. More modern hardware, but they do kind of keep it that classic Fender look, which I think is pretty cool. We'll get into specs shortly, but the main point of this video is for me to play this guitar through my rig. So I've got my stereo Kraken rig set up with my Strifector gig rig controlled mothership pedal board, and we're just going to get a few different tones and have a little jam and see how it sounds and feels. In addition to this, which is kind of funny, when I agreed to do this video and they said, yeah, we'll send you the Tele, and I sent them my address and said, yep, send it here. They then replied and said, great, we're really happy that you want to check out this guitar. We're going to send you another guitar. And I was like, okay, what is it? And they said, it's a Meteora. I've never tried, I didn't even know what a Meteora was. I never tried one before. If some of you guys know what they are, then cool. But basically it's like an offset. I don't know how recently the Meteora got brought into the range of Fender guitars, but it's like an offset, kind of smaller body guitar. This is also an Ultra II Meteora. So I chose it in the same color for a start. It's another Texas T. It's got the anodized aluminum scratch plate, but things like the fretboard, the neck, the tuners, everything like that is the same as on the Tele. It features humbuckers as opposed to, you know, Tele Pickups. It also has S1 switching that does different things to the sound of the guitar. But in any case, I ended up with a second guitar. going to try out both in this video, just jam with them, try them out and get some different tones from them. I'm just going to go through some specs super fast, starting with the necks. Both the necks feature ultra rolled edges. They're quarter sawn modern D-shaped necks with a 10 to 14 inch compound radius fretboard, both ebony in the spec that I chose. They also have locking tuners, and they both feature the S1 switching for the pickups. The Tele has Ultra II noiseless pickups, whereas the Meteora has the Haymaker humbuckers. And the S1 switching does different things on each guitar. So on the Tele, it changes the pickups from parallel to series, so it gives you a blend of the neck and the bridge in series, which sounds different. And then on the Meteora, it splits the pickups down. The S1 switch is accessed on the volume control, so you just push it in. Outside of that, we've got the Texas T-color with the aluminium, anodized aluminium scratch plate. Both guitars have loom inlay side dots, which is a nice modern feature. And as I said before, they've got like recessed heels, arm carves, and just generally speaking, they're modernized. So a lot of the features that are included in these guitars have been made to feel like a modern build. Both guitars also came in Fender branded hard cases, which are really nice quality. There's a little pouch inside with a certificate, all that kind of stuff, and some strap locks, which is also very nice. It's worth saying that I believe, as far as I understand it, that the Ultra II is kind of in the modern side of what Fender do, the very top of quality from Corona, California, before you get into the world of custom shop. So I expect them to be really well built, to stay in tune, to play and feel really nice, and of course to sound really nice. So as I said, we're just going to try out these guitars through my rig, have a listen to how they sound. In any case, let's crack on and check out this Tele Ultra II series from Fender. Okay, so before we go tone crazy and dial in a load of different stuff with the rig, I thought I'd take you through the pickups real fast. One thing I did notice is the pickup switch is now on an angle, as opposed to the sort of classic just left to right that you find on a Tele. In any case, these are the Noiseless 2 pickups. I don't have any experience with noiseless pickups. From what I understand, or at least what I was told, is that it kind of takes a bit of the top end away. But I must admit, it is nice that it's quiet. In any case, here's the bridge. So the vibe that I've got going on is a bit of crunch. Nothing is going in the front of these amps currently, just straight in. Now middle position. And neck. Okay, so when I push the S1 switch in, it turns it into series. So I'll put it in the middle position. We'll hear the difference between the two. I would say there's a little less kind of spank in the top end that I expect from a Tele sound. It doesn't sound bad, it's just not what I expect. That's very Tele. And the bridge, hey, it sounds like a Tele. But it's definitely rounder in the top end from what I know, or at least from what my other Tele sounds like. Like I said, not bad, nice and thick and full supported feeling, just not as spanky. So anyway, before we go diving into loads of tones, I'm going to jump across to the Meteora so you can hear how that sounds, and then we're just going to get some tones. Okay, so here's the Meteora. As you can see, it's a bit small for me personally. I'm a big guy, but it feels kind of small on me. That's no bad thing. I know Joe in VOWER, the other guitarist, he prefers a smaller body guitar. I forgot to take this off on there as well. There we go. In any case, Meteora. So we've got the Haymaker humbuckers in here. Let's start on the bridge, and it's in drop C sharp. Middle. Neck. So let's hear the S1 switch. It splits the pickups down in this guitar, so. Middle. Neck. They sound good split down, which is usually hard to do with a humbucker from my experience, because they can start to sound a bit sterile and anemic and all these descriptive words to say just a bit weak, whereas these still sound kind of fully supported. One of the things that we really made an effort for with my silo humbuckers from bare knuckle was that they sound still chunky and powerful split down, and these kind of feel similar in that, not similar to my pickups, but in the sense that they've got support. Wow, that's a nice sounding split bridge. In any case, that's the sound of both guitars, dry, straight in with a bit of crunch on the amplifiers. So from this point on, we're just going to dial in a bunch of tones and just have a jam, see how it sounds. Okay, so I've been playing both of these for quite some time. I don't know how much of the playing John's kept in the video, but I've been stood here playing for ages. I've really enjoyed myself. What do you think about the Ultra II series? What do you think about the tones that you've heard in this video? How they look? You know, my opinions are my own. I enjoyed playing these guitars. I suppose one thing I would say is that I didn't necessarily get the super high spanky Tele thing, but at the same time, I lent into the things I felt it was really good at. It's got really nice dynamics to it. The pickups feel nice and punchy and supported. The necks are really nice. The rolled edges are really nice. This isn't like a metal machine, but it's certainly like a riff rock machine. Lends itself really nicely to like thick chordal work, and just, you know, both of them have got a nice playing neck for leady stuff, but it's not too thin that you feel like it's just for that one thing. It's a nice middle ground. In any case, those are just my thoughts on the guitars. I'm very happy to have been given both of these guitars by Fender. It's very, very kind of them, and I appreciate them reaching out for me to do this video. So yeah, let me know what you think. Are you going to get an Ultra II? Do you already own an Ultra guitar and you're thinking about upgrading? They're made out in Corona, California. As far as I'm aware, they're like in the upper ranges of what you can get before you enter the custom shop world. They certainly feel high quality, but at the end of the day, it's up to you what you think. I'll link them in the description box below so you can check them out, but I'd like to know what you think of the tones and overall thoughts on the Ultra II stuff. Once again, thank you to Fender for sending me these guitars. I really appreciate it. Thank you all for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like, subscribe and share. I've been Rabea, and I will see you all very soon.